Good morning, students. Till now, we are completed 6 chapters. So today we start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Adobe Photoshop CS5. For this, I am showing one video to you. It is basically what is Adobe Photoshop, how it is used, what are the features of Photoshop. All these things are clear in this video. So in this video, they are using CS3 software. CS3 and CS5 having some little bit changes. That changes I will show you with the help of practical. But for the theory session, just watch this video. You will get understand about the chapter.
The most popular image editing software. Children, you might have noticed that photographs in marriage albums, magazines or catalog of any cosmetic company are so different from the common pictures. A normal-looking person looks beautiful, dull skin turns bright, wrinkles disappear from the face of old, and eventually a person looks handsome than actual. Can you imagine how it is possible? Well, this magic is made possible with the Photoshop software. Adobe Photoshop, popularly known as Photoshop, is a graphics editing program developed by Adobe Systems. Photoshop is widely used by millions of graphics artists, web developers, photographers, as well as common people. Most of the posters, magazine covers, book covers, brochures, etc. have been created or edited with Photoshop. Because of the popularity of this software, it has been accepted as an industry standard for graphics professionals and is regarded as one of the early killer applications on the PC. Do you know who is he? He is Thomas Knoll, inventor of Adobe Photoshop. He invented first version of Photoshop named as Display Program in 1987. Adobe Photoshop 1.0 was launched in 1990. Different versions of Photoshop have evolved till now, from Photoshop 2.0 to Adobe Photoshop 13.0, which is also popularly known as Adobe Photoshop CS6, released on April 23, 2012. Let us first discuss the features of Photoshop CS3 Professional. Revised user-friendly interface. Photo editing or photo manipulation in lesser time and with little effort. Powerful tools to enhance or change the color of an image by adjusting the brightness and contrast, balance, hue and saturation levels, curves, etc. Crop or resize pictures without losing the quality of an image. Remove the unwanted object from the picture using Vanishing Point tool. With the new Quick Selection tool, users need only to click and drag across an image to make fast selections. Create graphics for web applications with reduced file size, thereby helping in faster loading of the website. Files can be compressed by 10 to 50% of its original size. We can also make animated graphics, GIF. Layer effects preserve the original state of an image while manipulating another version of it through another layer. We can add as many layers as we need. Create 3D icons. An improved print window simplifies printing options and eliminates the need for separate print and print with preview commands. New auto-align and blend features help to save time. Students, now let's find out how to start Adobe Photoshop CS3. To start Photoshop, follow the sequence of steps given below. Click Start, then go to All Programs, then go to click on Adobe Photoshop CS3 folder, then click on Adobe Photoshop CS3. Let's now explore the main parts of Photoshop interface. Title bar. Title bar is the most horizontal bar of the application window, which displays the name of the program. Text menu is located below the title bar. It shows the 10 different menus like File, Edit, Image, Layer, Select, Filter, Analysis, View, Window and Help. Context menu. Context menu comes immediately below the text menu. The items in this menu change to reflect the options associated with the tool being selected. We find the Tools palette along the left side of the Photoshop window. It works like an artist's paint box and holds a variety of tools which help to draw, paint and manipulate the images. The selection and crop tools are Mark You tools, Move tool, Lasso tools, Magic Wand tool, Crop tool. The retouching and paint tools are Healing tools, Brush tool, Clone tool, Eraser, Fill tools, Sharpen or Blur, Dodge or Burn, and Sponge tool. Drawing and type tools are used for vector-based drawing and type. Annotations or measurements are used for annotations and measurements. Foreground color is the background color. Students, note that if the Tools palette is not visible on the screen, choose Window from the text menu and then select Tools option. Students, also know that you can undo more than one action at a time by pressing Ctrl plus Alt plus key combination. Okay, let us now learn how to create a new file. Open Photoshop and create a new file by selecting File, then go to New option. In the New dialog box, specify the details: name, width, height, resolution, color, mode of the layout, etc. Click on OK button. A new blank Photoshop canvas will be created with a locked background layer in the Layers palette. Now use the tools and create a drawing. Save the document using File, then go to Save option and specify name to it. Students, the default extension of Adobe Photoshop file is .psd. Alright, let us now find out how to insert images and text. To insert any image, follow the given steps. Click on File menu and select the Place option. Select the image from the Pictures folder by clicking the drop-down arrow in Look in text box. The image will appear in a sort of grid and the cursor will change. Click on the image, drag it to the point where you want to place it within the canvas. You can also resize and rotate the image by dragging the canvas nodes or hovering near the corner node till the rotate cursor appears and then rotate. Double-click when you are satisfied with the placement, size and rotation of the image. You will find that a new layer appears in the Layers palette where the image is placed. If the Layers palette is not visible, then select Windows, then go to Layers option. Students, in Photoshop CS3, you cannot undo more than one action using undo command in edit menu. Students, let me tell you about palettes. On the right side of the Photoshop window, there is a separate area for palettes. They are floating dialog with different options to help the user to edit the images. These palettes can be closed whenever we wish. Let me give you a few tips related to palettes. Palettes can be placed anywhere on the screen. To float them, click on top of the palette. Drag the palette while keeping the left mouse button pressed. The expand dock is present on the top right corner of the palette's window. It is indicated with double arrows. You can collapse or expand either side of the dock by selecting the double arrows. It is used to keep palettes that we don't use quite often. They are easily accessible but hidden from our view until we need them. Students, let me now tell you how to reveal hidden tools. Some of the tools have a tiny black triangle at the lower right corner, indicating that more tools of the same kind are available in a pop-up menu. We will now find out how to open an image. Click the File menu and select Open option. Now, click on Look in Text box and from the drop-down Combo box, select Libraries. Select Pictures, then go to Sample Pictures, then go to Penguins and click on Open button. The image will open as displayed in figure. Now let me tell you about selection tools. Selection tools are used to select an image or any part of it to perform cut, copy, edit or retouching operations. There are various selection tools in Photoshop. Students, have you noticed that if you point and hold the mouse pointer on any tool, its name and keyboard shortcut is displayed? Let's first talk about the Mark You tool. It is used to select an image or part of it in rectangular, square, elliptical or circular shape. Click the Mark You tool in the Tools palette. The cursor appears as a crosshair sign. Click and hold the left mouse button and then drag out a Mark You to select the required part of the picture. You will notice that a dashed border has covered the object which you have selected, as shown in the figure. Press the Delete key on the keyboard and you will notice that the selected part of the image will be deleted. Let me now share a tip. Don't save the edited images as it will spoil the original one. Time for the FAC file. A selected area is indicated on the screen by a blinking selection border called Mark You. Now let us talk about Lasso tool. The Lasso tool is a bunch of 3 very useful tools used for selecting irregular shapes. Follow these steps to select a part of the image using Lasso tools. Open any image. Click on the tiny black triangle on the Lasso tool button or right-click on the button. After a while, all 3 types of lasso tools will appear. Let us find out how to use the Lasso tool. Select the Lasso tool. It selects an irregular area of an image. Click once on any part of the image. Drag the mouse around the part of the image which is to be selected. Release the mouse at the end point. you will notice the selection as shown in figure. Okay students, now let's find out how to use the polygon lasso tool. It helps to select an area of a picture having straight edges. Select the polygon lasso tool. Click once on the image at any point of the object to be selected. Move the mouse and you will notice that a line will follow your polygon lasso. Clicking again will draw the first line between the two mouse clicks. Keep on moving the mouse pointer over the area to be selected and you will find another line indicating the selection. Click again to increase the selection. Continue this process till you reach the starting point. Close the Mark You by clicking at the starting point. Do you know that when using either lasso or polygon lasso, you can toggle between the two by pressing Alt key? Let me now tell you how to use the magnetic tool. This is a very handy tool to select the areas which have complex edges. Select Magnetic Lasso tool. Click on any part of the image to be selected and drag the mouse pointer around the object to select it. You will find this tool drops fascinating points along the edges. Double-click at the ending point. Observe the selection shown in the figure. Students, note that while making the selection, double-click at the end to finish the selection process. Alright, let us now talk about the Quick Selection tool. This tool is used for quick selection. As you drag the mouse, the selection expands outward and automatically finds and follows the defined edges in the image. The Quick Selection tool is useful for selecting the parts of an image which require great precision to reach. Click on Quick Selection tool. Drag the mouse to make your desired selection. Note that if the Quick Selection tool does not appear in the tools palette, then you can right-click the Magic Wand tool and select Quick Selection tool. Now we will discuss about the Magic Wand tool. It is used to automatically select the adjacent areas of the same color in an image. Click the Magic Wand tool or press W. The pointer changes into symbol. Click on any part of the image. All the adjacent area of pixels having the same color will be selected as shown in the figure. Let me also tell you that Magic Wand tool can make and merge selections if we press the Shift key. Students, let me share a few interesting tips with you. On selecting Magic Wand tool, the context menu displays the following options. Tolerance 0 to 255 refers to the sensitivity of color differences. Higher the tolerance, wider will be the range of selected pixels. Anti-alias produces a smooth edge by partially filling the edged pixels. Contiguous limits the selection to adjacent pixels only. On unchecking this option, all the pixels in the image within the same tolerance range will be selected. Okay, now let us talk about the crop tool. It is used to select a specified area which you want to focus and removes the unwanted parts or everything outside the selected area of a picture. Open any image. Select Crop tool from the toolbox or press C. The pointer changes to cropping symbol. While holding the left mouse button, move it across the picture to make a rectangular selection. Release the mouse button when the selection is complete. The selected part of an image within your selection is known as the cropping marquee. The area outside the cropped area appears dark. To finish cropping process, double-click inside the selection or press the Enter key. You will find the selected image is cropped. Students, have you noticed that while dragging the selection, we can keep the alternate key pressed to copy the image? Let us now discuss about the Move tool. This tool is used to drag a selected part of an image to a new location. Open any image and select the part to be moved using Marquee or Lasso tool. Select the Move tool from the Tools palette or press V. The pointer changes to sign. While holding the left mouse button, drag the selected image to the point where you want to place it and release the mouse button. Notice the change as shown in the pictures. Alright, now let's discuss some common paints tools in Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is basically image editing and retouching software, but we can also create artworks by using different paint tools like Gradient, Paint Bucket, etc. Let's talk about the Gradient tool. The Gradient tool allows you to fill an area with a range of colors in a specified pattern. It creates a blend between two or more colors. Gradients of color can be filled with linear, radial angle, reflected and diamond gradient. Open an image. With the help of Magic Wand tool, select the area with tolerance setting of 90. Right-click on the Paint Bucket tool and select Gradient tool from the Tools palette. Select Gradient Sample from the context menu. Gradient Editor dialog box will appear. Select Chrome Gradient option with the click on OK button. Now select Linear Gradient from the context menu. Click and drag the mouse pointer in the selected area. Press Ctrl+D to deselect the selection. You can notice the selected gradient applied on the selected area. Now we will talk about the Paint Bucket tool. It is used to fill an image or part of it with different colors based on the tolerance or a range of colors. Open an image. With the help of Magic Wand tool, select image area with tolerance setting of 90. Click and hold the mouse pointer on the Gradient tool. From the pop-up menu, select Paint Bucket tool. Set tolerance to 100 to paint the whole selection. Click on the foreground color option. Color Picker, Foreground Color dialog box will appear. From the color selection box, select any color of your choice. Say blue and click on OK button. Now click on the selected area of the image. The color of the selected area will change to blue. Let us quickly glance through the key points discussed in this chapter. Adobe Photoshop CS3 is software for editing images and graphics. Selection tools are used to select an image or any part of it. Palettes are the floating dialog boxes with various options to help the users to edit the images. Magic Wand tool automatically selects the adjacent areas of the same color in an image. Crop tool is used to select a specified area which you want to focus and remove the unwanted parts outside the selected area of a picture. Move tool is used to drag a selected part of an image to a new location. Gradient tool is used to fill an area with a range of colors in a specified pattern.
Okay, student. Hope you understand this chapter with the help of this video. If you have any doubt related to any point, you can repeat this video. In this video, all the points are clear with the help of example. So if you have any doubt, you can repeat this video. After watching this video, you have to find out the question answers, and in the next lecture we will discuss on the question answers. If you have any query, any doubt, write in comment box. Thank you.